Hey everybody, welcome back. I kind of want to update my BFL co-angler video and get a little more in depth. This year I've noticed since they've had on Facebook the BFL and FLW co-angler link page that there's some pretty big debates about certain topics, and a lot of new co-anglers have questions. And so I thought I would update my video and just kind of tell you, since I've fished some, I haven't fished as many as some, and I've fished more than others. So I just wrote a couple things down, actually a lot of things down. Let's just start at the beginning. When you're entering a BFL, you contact FLW or get online, check it out. Pay for a membership. Now you got to pay for the competitor membership. I think it's $45. So that makes you a competitor. They send you a magazine. They send you whatever. Then you sign up for the tournaments. Find a guarantee boater for the tournaments, or sign up real early, because if you don't have a guarantee, then that doesn't keep the field equal. So you'll be put on a waiting list, and you only get in once a boater without a co-angler gets in. So do that. Find one. If you get to your first tournament and you don't have one, but you make it in because you signed up early, then tell them. They will say, they'll ask anybody who doesn't have one to raise their hand, and they'll try to pair you up. So do that. If you're not confirmed, you can call them and see, hey, how far am I out? They can tell you how many boats they're waiting on. The tournament director can help you sometimes find a boater if he knows a lot of the boaters in that division. That's pretty much it. And then the pre-tournament meeting, you show up and make sure you pre-register before the meeting, either online or call in or whatever. So then you get to the pre-tournament meeting. You find out, accept that you're going to have jitters, you're going to be nervous, you might not even sleep very well that night. Understand that. That's part of it, and you want that because, that's why you do this. Make sure you know all the rules. Each lake is different, limits and sizes and off limits, and make sure you know as well as the boater. Maybe the boater didn't realize he was coming into an off limits area. Make sure you know so you can be part of that, because you don't want to be disqualified also. So after you pay attention to all the rules, they have a listing of the rules too. Get a pamphlet and check out the rules. Enter the little giveaways and stuff like that. Once they name your boater, find your boater. Two things you're going to want to ask your boater is where to meet, contact info, what he's driving, how to find him, where to find him. And the other thing is what depth and cover you'll be fishing. You don't have to get in depth of, hey, have you been catching them, or exactly what he's using, or just say, hey, how deep are we fishing, just so I know how to prepare my baits for in the morning, so I'm not tying them on once we get to our first spot. If you know the depth, you should be able to tie on certain baits to get you there, and then you can adjust from there. Money, that's a very sticky topic, and some of these boaters expect you to pay their first and last boat payment. Other ones are very respectful, and they don't want any money at all. If even if you caught fish, didn't catch fish, they don't want money at all. Here's the deal. Put a set amount of money that you are going to budget. If you're going to enter this tournament, budget the entry fee, all the room, the food, everything, plus money to give him. I always give a certain amount, and then if I do well in the tournament, I'll give a little extra. It doesn't, you're not there to pay his boat payment. You're not there to pay his insurance payment. You just need to be respectful. Set a certain amount. I say at least 30, but be respectful and give him, budget in some money for him. Now, after you get paired up with your boater, you find out where you're going to. Now's the time to get prepared for the tournament. Have everything you'll need except for a bump board and a net. Don't expect that boater to have anything for you. Some of the things are call tags, life jackets, rain gear, all your lures, your rods, of course. Limit your lures to one bag. Your rods, keep it under five or under. It'll just get in the way, and you don't want to make yourself unorganized and it be a hassle for you throughout the day. Make sure you have pliers, a first aid kit, small one that fits in your bag, food, drinks. They'll usually have a cooler for you, and they'll also usually have a one bin in the back that all this stuff has to fit in. Pain medication in case you get a headache or your boater stresses you out. Sunblock, that's a big one. People don't remember that sometimes. Bring a call beam, and anything else you can think of. You guys throw a list on there and kind of mention some of the things that I'm forgetting. But those are the basic things that you're going to need, and you'll be okay. The morning of, be on time. Be early, but make sure you're on time to meet your boater. Get a feel of what type of boater you have. If you can kind of see if he's going to be standoffish or if he's going to talk to you or whatever. So kind of get a idea of who he is and how the day's going to go, and prepare yourself for that. And ask if he needs help getting the boat ready. He'll usually have it ready, but if he needs help him out. After you get the boat in the water, big thing is, when you meet him, let him know if you can back a boat in. You guys need to just be honest. If you can't back a boat, or if you don't feel comfortable pulling 4 wide down a ramp in the dark, early in the morning when you just woke up and you didn't sleep all night because you're so nervous, let him know that you can't back a boat, or tell him he's comfortable. But after the boat's in the water, use the restroom. I've had a boater that we took off number 8 out of 120, and he stopped in the middle of the lake to take a piss. And you watch 60, 70 boats pass you, so that's not cool. Figure out your game plan. Once you get in the boat, he's more likely to tell you exactly where you're fishing, what he's been catching, what he's using. You don't need to get that out of him the night before. Just like I said earlier, get the depth of the water and the cover you're fishing. But then you get your game plan. You can talk to him about what you guys are doing, and your gear's already ready because you found out what column of water you're fishing. Ask him about the net if he wants you to use it. Most guys want you to net their fish and you net your fish, but some guys don't because they've had bad experiences with co-anglers that don't know how to net a fish, and it is part of fishing. You need to learn how to net a fish. So ask him, say, hey, you want me to net your fish when you get one on, or do you want to call it out? And he'll, usually you say, hey, net. Once you get on the water, use your head, fish different baits, different water columns than him, but stay at the same speed as him. If he's throwing a spinnerbait, throw a crankbait or a topwater or something. Stay at the same speed, but use different baits. Don't get frustrated. These tournaments are tough. Don't get frustrated if you think you know how to fish better than him, or you know what's going on better than him, or you think you're better than him. And don't be that co-angler. I mean, you pretty much can pick them out when you talk to them. You know it. Subtly mention if you did well in practice doing something else. Let them know. Say, hey, once the day goes on and you're not catching anything, say, man, we're catching them on this, or we're doing this. So, and it's his decision, so he'll let you know if he wants your opinion. Don't cast in front of him. Don't cross his line. Pay attention to where he casts, but look for different angles. I mean, the same stump could have a different angle. That fish could be sitting on that stump a different way and just didn't want to move for that bait. So keep that in mind. Don't cast to the front unless he says, "Hey, I'm casting parallel. Cast up here." Just don't do it. Stay focused. Have a good time. Never give up. You can come to the last cast of the day and catch big bass. Or a lot of tournaments I fish in the Illini division, one bite will get you a check. So don't give up, and learn everything you can throughout that day. Let's go into netting. Netting a fish. Now, if he gets a fish on, reel your line up pretty quick. Pick up the net. Make sure it's not going to hook into anybody's hooks or anything like that. Pick up. Ask him, "Hey, where you want me?" He'll say, "I'm going to bring the fish over here." If you have time. Sometimes the fish is in there before you can talk about it. But if you got time, say, "Where do you want me?" He might want to bring the fish back around the other side of the boat just by the way the fish is fighting. Put the net down in the water, and then he'll bring the fish to the net. Do not stab at it. Don't get nervous. Just put the net in the water. Let him bring the fish to the net. Then hopefully you got fish. Hopefully he caught fish. Sometimes you don't, so get used to it. At the weigh-in, be careful with the truck and the trailer. I know you're tired. You're ready to get up going. There's a lot of traffic in the parking lot. Don't hit anybody. Watch when you're pulling that truck out so you don't rub his trailer against somebody else's. When you jump out to get your bags, you'll have to get a bag for him, and he might stay with the boat. Or as long as he is in eye contact with you, I think it's okay. But don't track a bunch of mud in his boat. Be kind of conscious of what you're doing and his property. Respect it. Stay together. You're going to have to sign for each other. Make sure you guys follow the rules. You cannot fish from the front unless you're landing a fish. Don't do it. Don't touch the trolling motor unless there's an emergency. And after that, help him clean up the boat. That's when you will give him money if you didn't before the day. But you know, that's up to you. But make sure you give him some money. It's common courtesy. And hopefully you end the day with a new friend that you picked up, and that the next tournament when you walk up, you're both gonna say, "Hey, how's it going? How you doing?" And you're really gonna meet some cool people fishing the BFL, and it's been great. I love it, and I'm gonna continue doing it. So I just wanted to update this video, and hopefully you guys can take some tips and also mention some things to me if I forgot. And just good luck, and I'll see you out there.